Hello, Internet. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. On today's episode of the DNA Sports Recap, Penn State versus Notre Dame in the Orange Bowl. Let's preview it. All right, so what we have going on with the Orange Bowl, we have Penn State versus Notre Dame. Kick time is 7:30 Eastern time. That's going to be on tomorrow, actually, January 9th at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens, Florida. This game will be broadcasted on ESPN. The spread on this one is got the Irish favored by 1 at the time of recording, and the over-under line on this one is 45.5 points.
So it's predicted to be a low-scoring game.
Yes.
45.5, yeah.
Yes. And a tight one.
Yeah. Oh, very tight.
Tight one. What do you got on this?
Yeah. I mean, so my first thought when seeing this matchup is where did all of these like old school smash mouth, run first, physical defense games? I mean, these games used to be the heart and soul of college football, man. Like, and if that's your style, if you like defense first, run the ball, who's going to win in the trenches? This game is an absolute dream to watch, and you should be pumped up and ready to watch this one for sure. Because that's what this one is. 100%. This game is going to be slow going. This 100% won in the trenches. That's all there is to it. Notre Dame is second nationally at 6.1 yards per carry, and Penn State isn't far behind at 5.3. So both defensive units are also top 10 in yards allowed per play and scoring defense. I mean, it's all in the trenches, right? I mean, Leonard's going to be the guy for Notre Dame. Obviously, this guy's had some great games for Notre Dame so far. He's pushed them. They had that one loss early to NIU, and it looked like Notre Dame could be on a shaky start, but they plugged through. They won the rest of the games all the way through, obviously throughout the rest of the season. And I think in this game, he's probably going to need his legs more than he's going to need his arm throwing the football. Obviously, there's not going to be any weather. In the first round of these games, Penn State and Notre Dame both had games in cold climates, and that was like, who can win in these things, right?
Right. This
one's going to be in Miami. It's going to be in a closed stadium. But I do think that him being the extra guy that's tough to account for, he's always going to be a throwing threat because he is very talented. But if he can use his legs to keep the Penn State defense guessing, that will be the difference in this football game. On the other side of the ball, Drew Allar, this dude's had moments of absolute brilliance. He makes great throws. You've seen him hang in the pocket and take a huge hit to get the ball down the field. He's really shown like guts, right? That it's going to take to get Penn State for a win this big on this stage. That's really what it's going to take.
No, I like it, man. I like it. Makes sense there. So Penn State's defense is top 10 nationally most of the season by most metrics.
Yeah.
The Nittany Lions did lead the Big Ten in tackles for a loss with over 102, which is always a great way to disrupt the opponent's offensive flow. So, look forward to that. Just like you mentioned, it's going to be, not exactly a high-scoring game. Both these teams are defensively stout. Offensively, Penn State's tight end, Tyler Warren, is the guy for them. He's got 95 catches for 1,158 yards, 8 receiving touchdowns, 4 rushing touchdowns. However, that's kind of where my concern is for this team.
Right.
There's not a whole lot of depth behind him.
Yeah.
The Notre Dame's defense is ranked 5th in points allowed per drive and 8th in success rate. James Franklin's, does have documented struggles against top 10 teams with a record of 4-19 against top 10 teams. However, they did beat number 3 Boise State, and with wins over SMU and Boise State, it's kind of hard to argue that, for me, Penn State did easily have an easier path to the playoffs to where they're at this point.
Oh, much easier.
So,
yeah.
The game prediction this close, with the spread being, 1 point in favor of Notre Dame, what it really comes down to me is going to be, head coaching and quarterback play. That's basically what it's going to be.
Yep.
I got to give the edge here to the Fighting Irish, though. Freeman's improving every year since he's been underneath the big headset. Good wins over Indiana and Georgia. I got Notre Dame 21, Penn State 19.
Dude, I actually love it. I think this is one of those games that really comes down to who wants it more. Who has more to prove after their regular season, and who actually really believes they can get it done when it counts. That's pretty much the reason that I think that Penn State will beat Notre Dame in this game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So dominant defense. They've been great all year. They've got the bring your lunch pail, grind it out on offense, and the drive to kind of prove that they belong among the elite in this league, right? They've been kind of the second fiddle to Oregon, who's here right now. You know, Oregon kind of came in. Obviously, Oregon gets taken out in the first or in the second round of this playoff, but Oregon kind of came in and they're the sweetheart. You know, obviously Ohio State's still in it. I think the Nittany Lions are ready to make a huge statement, and this is the game that they have to prove it. I think that this is the one where if they're really here and they want to make a name for themselves and really boost their recruiting, all that stuff, James Franklin knows this is the game he's got to win.
For sure. It's been the kind of the storyline. Penn State's been a team that's been good enough to be a CFP team. They just haven't really...
They didn't have a chance, yeah.
Just haven't gotten it to that point yet. I think right now you're 100% right on that. This is the game where they got to make that happen. So we'd love to hear it. You got a score?
Yep. So I'm going to say Penn State 20, Notre Dame 17.
I like it. It. We want to hear from you folks. Let us know in the comments down below what you think in regards to your prediction of the Orange Bowl here. Do you got Notre Dame or do you got Penn State? We'd love to hear from you on that. Let us know in the comments down below. Also, a reminder, folks, if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. This channel was just monetized a little bit ago. Once we hit $500 in AdSense revenue, we're going to give all of that back to y'all. So if you have not yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that giveaway.
Yep, absolutely. And if you're watching on YouTube on one of our short videos, just know this is available, complete episode as a podcast, wherever you get your audio.
Check out the merch down below as well.
Check it. Yeah,
we got some hats, some new shirts coming up. We got a couple of hoodies down there.
New Not stuff's this one, always coming too.
Hat. Yeah. We got some new stuff coming out, especially for college football. Got a killer fire shirt that we want to put out for Kyle Whittingham.
Yes.
It's going to be awesome.
Yes, it's coming.
Absolutely. With all that said, my name is Darren. That is AJ, and this has been the DNA Sports Recap.
Till next time.